All right, what's up, everybody? Here with round two of the NAI Preview with the reigning defending NAI Wrestler of the Year, the undefeated 184 national champ for Life U last year, J.D. Perez. So I figure he could help me out, because he just competed in the division last year, has a lot of familiarity with that AAC conference, and can give some great insight. So what's up, dude?
What up? Thanks for having me. Shout out Coach Crank too, four-time AA national champ as well. So 157 pounder
Oh
back
yeah,
in his time,
yeah,
and still killing it. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's dive in. Well,
heck
you
yeah.
want to start at 25?
And before we start, I had to shout out my Maze crew, kind of the squad I'm helping out. They just won the 6A team state title, set the state scoring record. I'm pretty sure I had four champs, I think 7 or 8 finalists. So good work.
Nice.
But yeah, so
Cole,
25,
Cole,
man.
Colby getting the Kansas people right,
Working
Since
on
he since he's on that, shout out the anti-culture. They got wrestling apparel. They're a street brand, really cool. Go check it out on my Instagram, JD Perez. Um, Use my code. DM me if you need any help. But yeah, shout out anti-culture.
Heck yeah, dude. All right, so 125. All right, so I think this is a weight without a former teammate of yours. Well, shout out Letty, but over at
Yeah,
Life, right? So you can be a little bit maybe more unbiased with this one. I'm gonna be super biased. Braden Ledford Natty Champ season, let's go. But you can kind of kick things off for us at 25.
yeah. So I believe Ray Harris, the one seed going in, he's JUCO All-American, correct? Two-time JUCO All-American.
And I believe it's a Division 1 transfer. So
Oh, Division 1 transfer. Okay.
if it's not Cal Baptist, it's Cal Bakersfield. So
Yeah, Cal Bakersfield. That's great. That's right. Sorry, yes. Cal Bakersfield. And then moving on in the two seed, I've actually got to wrestle in the KCAC conference for 4 years. Brody Gee was in there. So, he's had a lot of success. I think, what now, a one or two-time All-American?
yeah, maybe a three, man. I want to say, yeah, man, maybe a three-time All-American
Maybe a
that COVID
three-timer.
year. So
Yeah, so solid one and two seed here. I don't know if they've met up yet in at national duels or anything like that. I don't think St. Mary's went.
no, so he's beaten Hughes a couple of times.
Hmm.
And then there's a true freshman out of Kansas, and they're in the same quarter again. It was a match that Brody kind of dominated, but Braden Pacheco here in that 10 seed spot, I think he was ranked up as high as, maybe number 3 in the country, at
Wow.
that point. So that's maybe an all KCAC quarter. I'm pretty sure, and you guys can always in the comments correct me if I'm wrong. I think there's a couple of top 5 matchups. I think Cater may have beat Brody. And I believe Brody beat Hernandez, who's the 3. So I mean, that's
Yeah.
kind of just one of those weights. It's all pretty, closely grouped together.
Yeah, closely grouped. Yeah. Yeah. And then once again, shout out Braden Ledford getting in there. Good luck to you, man. Last ride. Go out there and make a name. Extremely proud of you, dude.
Yeah. Hey, and he big 25, man. He in shape, really disciplined. And I believe he has a previous win over number 9 there. So
There you
um
go. Yep.
that first one, make some noise and anything can happen. But this is a big weight for the team race too, right? So one of the
Exactly.
weights where you're gonna be, a point scorer. And this is obviously I think there was 5 or 6 teams that have 12 qualifiers. And I know we got our first kind of maybe Oklahoma City name here as a seed. And I think they took 11 with some, pretty heavy hitters down the line. So a chance for, some separation or, a point scoring opportunity that maybe life, isn't getting that early in the tournament. So,
Right.
yeah. So
Right.
prediction on a champ, man. Who's your finalist? Who's your champ, man? Is
I got Letty making the semis, and he can make the semis, he's making the finals. He makes the finals, he's winning it all, man. Um Brody Gee, another solid pick for me. I haven't really seen Ray Harris compete. I just heard that he's been pretty successful in the NAI level, so usually that kind of translate well being a Division 1 transfer, so
yeah. No, he's tough, man. Like unbiased version, right? He got him the tough to beat. He's big though, right? And so
right.
other thing for these guys to keep in mind, this is a 3-day weigh-in. So they moved to full 32-man bracket, 3-day tournament. So some of these big 25s, right, that are pulling some weight, you might see some crazy stuff pretty early
Yeah.
on.
One thing that you mentioned that I just realized right now there isn't any buys. There's usually about four buys in a bracket, so everyone's getting that first round match, which is good because last year, you know, myself included, I was given a buy first round at nationals, and I mean it could be beneficial, but as far as team race goes, you know, some of those top seed guys, Life, Grandview, those yeah,
Bonus points
mainly
are
those
big.
two. Yeah, what's that?
Bonus points early are big.
Yeah, bonus points early. Yeah, right. So anytime you can get a first round match as a top team guy, that's always good for the team.
Heck yeah, dude. The so we'll just like I said, Brody, have a great chance. Cool to see if the KCAC can get it done. Then you get a guy
Right.
like Caden Hernandez who's going to be pretty big. He's a guy that came down from 33, so we'll see how that kind of weight cut affects him. But this will be a continuity break. All right, my dogs needed to go outside, so we had to kind of switch spots. So carrying on with 133. Is there a life guy here, right? Just kind of looking through.
I don't believe so.
Huh.
I don't believe they stacked up. Ooh, they stacked up on like 50, 49, 57. I think
Yeah.
49, 50, no, 57, 65, 74,
Well, and yeah, because like they took the heavy
84.
outlay, and so
Take
like
the heavy outlay. Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. But this kind of been a way. Number one and number two have been pretty much set in stone all year. Haven't crossed paths. I think Lucio, I think he was injured, maybe sick at the national duels, so didn't get to see that matchup. But that's one I'm pretty excited for, man. Like pretty impressed by
Right.
both these guys. Returning true freshman national finalists with Gabe, and then I think a two, potentially three-time All American with Lucio too. So, are there any names that
Right.
stick out to you here?
Yeah, Lucio battled against my teammate last year, Thaddeus Long, returning national champ. He's in the Division 2 level now. Um, Shout out to you, bro. Hope you're doing good there at Division 2. But yeah, he's always been dominant. He I think kept catching Thaddeus as the season went by, but you know, has had pretty dominant season, like you were saying, and Gabe Gonzalez, returning national finalist, you know, fell short to his teammate last year. Also from GV. Can't think of the name right now.
He's their coach now. I think he believes their
Yeah,
coach.
great.
Aiden Reeves, right?
Reeves, yes, Aiden Reeves, yes. So, you know, pretty cool story for him. So, and I think he's out of Arizona, so, pretty close to New Mexico there. And
Got an
yeah,
Arizona boy potentially in the quarters, huh?
yeah, and Riley, he's a lot of wrestling fans know him. He's pretty known on social media. He's been kind of broadcasting his journey throughout the season, him being
Oh
a
yeah.
an AI guy now. I think he was NAI before, or was he NCAA and then went NAI or JUCO? I'm not
Juke. I
completely
want to say
sure.
he was Indian Hills
He took
last
he
year.
took some time off, right?
Yeah, and he was ranked pretty highly at. Well, he actually had a win when he was like in a junior college over Brody Gee, who we were just talking about, right? So I mean, he has a win over
Mhm.
number two, a pretty tough pool, big boy, but I mean, he's having a lot of success up there at 33
Yeah.
too. So
Yeah, I'm excited to see how this kind of pans out. Not too familiar with a lot of these names, you know, kind of being a heavier guy, but looks like you know you got like your Briarcliff, Georgetown, Cornerstone, those smaller schools. You know that it's always good to see like a bunch of those smaller schools mixed up in the bracket. You know, kind of obviously not chasing a team race, but maybe school's first time AA or first couple time AA, right? So that's always good to see. And also shout out Cornerstone, former Life U guy, who's their head coach now. Stone Check, Denver Stone
oh,
Check.
he's our head
Yeah,
coach. I didn't know that.
yeah, I believe so. He's a great guy. I got to work with him a little bit. He came into the room a couple times at Life U. So
Heck yeah. No, he seems like a great dude. Hey, and we just talked about it. Oklahoma City had a, seat at 25, seat at now at 33, top four, and that
there
all.
you go.
That's a team that when I was competing, right, really, really tough. Kind of perennial trophy contenders, and I'm trying to get that like a trophy for the first time, probably I would say, 10, 15 year range. So I mean an interesting story to follow. And only
Right.
one other thing, not quite as uh, you know, great of a story, but Fraley at Siena Heights. So I remember seeing a post. I think he's the last national qualifier in school history. So the
Yeah,
school's actually what, like closing the doors, right?
closing the doors on the program. Yeah, I did see that actually.
So there and
Yeah,
Lords, I believe, are two programs that
yeah, Lords as well. So
which
you know
so
you see a guy like that has not a lot of pressure, just going out there for the love of the game, right? And maybe try and snag him some, maybe upset somebody.
yeah, man, go try out. I mean, I don't know if he's a senior, but man, go audition, man, and go put on a show and send that program off, the right way. And
Yeah,
one other thing, I don't know a ton about him. Maybe someone can tell me, but this Wordenhausen, I mean, William Woods, couple of O-Town guys went, over there. A lot of the coaches that I used to work with, but work in the admin over there. So I mean, that's kind of cool to see. I think that's a second, third year program that they have a top 12 guy in the tournament too. So all right,
yeah.
who's
And
your picks here? I think you got to go
well,
1, 2.
yeah, I'm probably, dude. I could see Gabe low key pulling it out, Gabe Gonzalez over Lucio. But also if I don't vote for Lucio, that's a AAC conference, so formerly was in that conference. But honestly, I see them both making the finals here. What is cool though that you had mentioned about Oklahoma City, same thing for Dome, right? They had a 1 seed at 125 and they got a 3 seed at 33.
Yeah,
So, I mean, great. That shows great practice partners. You got a um, national champ contending practice partner there. So, that kid might make a run too. So, you never know. But yeah, I can't really give you a final answer on 1 and 2, but I just want to see a good scrap.
yeah. I'm gonna say Gabe is who I picked like in my initial preseason ranking deals. So I'm gonna predict that he lets me look or makes me look smart. We'll go there. Then my
There you
dark
go.
horse pick, man, I'm just gonna root for Fraley just because I mean it's a crappy situation. I hope he has something to um feel good about headed
There you
in
go.
that off season. So all
There
right,
you go.
41, some familiar names. It's kind of crazy to see you know Austin Kolvik wrestled a lot of these guys, right? He wrestled Iola, wrestled Wagner, right? He wrestled a ton of these dudes. Tyler Johnson wrestled with us there for
EJ,
COVID year. He
he's
came
in his last.
last, right?
Yeah, TJ was my recruiting class. He's still at it. Glad to see that he's qualified for the tournament and go make some noise in your last run. Got a seated ranked guy right off the rip. Just go out there and handle some business. I also see the uh who was it?
So this is big,
The
right?
the
Okay.
four seed, the 4 seed. That kid, he's a little gamer too.
Yeah.
I think he got upset at
Conference by number 2 by McCrary.
yes.
And he's
Yes.
I want to say he's either a North Carolina transfer or a Northern Colorado. So he's a Division 1 transfer, um, back like pop back down here to NAIA, and he's kind of you know as advertised, right? So he's doing really really well. So
Right. And
um,
Morrow Mitchell, Mitchell Morrow at Life, I got was gonna be my teammate at Ottawa and then ended up being my teammate at Life, kind of hopped around a little bit. He's a JUCO guy, beat the number one guy in JUCO, ended up not going to the national tournament, I believe, 2 years ago.
yeah,
And
but
then
this is a
last year,
huge round 2
yeah.
right
Yeah,
there.
huge. There's going to be a lot of action right there down on the bottom of the bracket going into the quarters, round of 16. So we'll see how that kind of plays out. But he's one of those cats that's super dangerous, right? You could be winning by 10 points and end up on your back and looking at the lights. So always a guy to watch out for, um, uh, heading into the national tournament. I'm trying to see some other names I can
So yeah, the
kind of
Reese
pick through.
Courtney is a freshman from Grandview, and he kind of got plugged in the rankings a little late, but I think he won the Missouri Valley Invite. So you're looking at like a
Okay.
17 there for like a team race, deal that kind of be pretty big in the tournament. So it's a day 1 matchup with, um, some kind of both those teams probably feel like they have a pretty good shot at, winning a title. Speaking of Morrow, him and Marcus Branford, right? Yeah, I think he was one of the few ever like 3-time junior college All Americans. I might right be
Yeah.
wrong on that, but he was at Clackamas. He's another guy that took a couple years off, but he's kind of really turning it on and guy that's had success at that level. And he kind of like you said, like Morrow, man, he dangerous bonus point guy. So, as a 5 seed, man, that's. another, and Southeastern is right up there with all these other teams too. So,
Yeah,
really big quarter there, and Ayala, without off the top of my head, man, I don't know if he's ran into some of these guys. I don't think they were at national duels, so I mean that's a one seed. Like who knows? I know he's tough, but
right.
maybe that's a vulnerable, as vulnerable of a one seed as we've seen. Um, at this weight.
Yeah, you don't really see Lindsey Wilson up there at the 1 seed too often, so that's pretty neat getting them there. It's I'm looking through the some of the school names, and it's like you see Cumberland's and then Cumberland, and it's like how many guys they got in the bracket, you know?
Right.
Yeah, but I also they got Grandview at 5, right?
Yeah, so they have 5 and 7 here. So like
5 and 7,
so
yeah.
they've got 4 of their 12 in the first 3 weights. So kind of really kind of see what kind of tournament, they're kind of going to be off to pretty early on. So
Right, right.
and tough matches. Cause I mean, there's been a lot of, like Wagner, Marion, he's at 8. He's been a number 1 for a little bit, at different points in the season. So, I mean, this is a
Yep.
way, that's been pretty tough. So another friends guy, hometown tournaments in Wichita. So, he's jumped some levels. So that'll be exciting too. So, man, I'll pick Branford as a finalist just because he's had success at this weight, or just at that national tournament. And then I'll
Yeah.
just gonna pick McCrary from Reinhardt just because there's really not much of a reason to pick against him at this point. I think he's
Yeah, I
um
could see McCrary making the finals, and I could see either Voiles or like you said that Branford cat in the semis punching their ticket to the finals as well. So
can't cheat, dude. All right, so this name, Michael Trujillo, man, it's sticking out to me for some reason. So I'm picking him
where at?
in the 16 spot.
Oh, okay,
Um,
okay.
so
The Arizona Christian cat.
I don't know if picking a seed counts as like a dark horse thing, but I'm picking it. That's mine. So, all mine.
Okay.
And it's purely on vibes, dude. I don't really know. Like, just the name is sticking out to me for some reason. I'm sure he's done something cool. I just can't quite remember.
Can't put a name on it. No, that's valid.
And this Clark sounds familiar. Why does this sound so?
Dylan Clark, Southern Oregon. I don't know.
I'm picking two dark horses at this
All
at
right.
this weight. You have to pick a different one.
Um, I'll go the Embry Riddle, Arizona cat.
What do you?
Yoshia. I think I've seen his name somewhere. I think he's being somebody cool.
I don't count, bro. He's an 11. You know that. No, I'll count anything
He's
outside.
outside of the 10. Outside of the 10.
Hey, I will say he was like unranked, and I think he won the Falcon Invite. Like that's one of the few tournaments I've
Oh wow, okay, there you go.
been able to go out there. But he kind of came out of nowhere, and that was a pretty tough weight, dude. Like he beat a lot of ranked guys. So and that conference is always tough. So
Right.
Evergreen, that seems like a relatively new like name, new school too. So got to keep your eye on. But I'm looking at a
Yeah, I
brand
don't think I've ever
very
seen him.
final and couple dark horses there and see how she goes. Who's your champ, dude? You got to pick.
Uh
Or I'll pick for you, and it'll be
I'll
wrong.
go I'll go the Embry Riddle. I got the
Embry Riddle.
11.
Hey, I
Yeah,
like.
or Mitchell, my fault.
Hey, yeah, it's all right.
10 or 11, 10 or 11. It's
Pretend I
it's coming from the bottom end of the bracket.
pretend we edited the part out where you picked 11, and you got no. 49, right? Weight near and dear to my heart. So I spent a little bit of my competitive career there. But okay, so we talked about this a little bit before we started, but there's kind of like two names that kind of came out of nowhere. So you can talk about them a little bit more, but like Elvis Solis and then Carlos Stanton, man. I want to say that, they kind of came out of nowhere at their conference tournaments, both won. And I want to say that Stanton was like a four-timer and he transferred back from a Division One as well. So he's kind of one of those like late name additions.
Yeah. Carlos, where are you saying seeing that name at? Sorry, I'm trying to put a name.
Number 8. So and I already know who my dark.
Arizona Christian. Okay, so I already know I can tell you who's winning this weight.
Yeah.
110%.
Yeah.
The life you all the way, Lucha, Alvis Solis. I haven't actually had the pleasure to meet the kid. Heard he's a great kid, but yeah, kid's a gamer, right? I don't know if you guys saw the conference matchup. He made a run to the finals and kind of had his way with the
Foreman.
two number 2 or number 1 guy.
He dropped to number 6. Well, he was
But
number
what
1,
was
but
he?
now
He was number 1, right?
He was number 1, then he dropped to 6 in the as a seed in this tournament.
Yeah, and Mario the Torre from Southeastern, he's a one of the stronger guys, I'd say, bigger frame kind of cat. Has a lot of success, and he had a good run last year at nationals too. I think he took fifth, I believe,
Yeah, he was
at
up.
nationals. So he's a returning All American, and I mean, as a true freshman, to be able to not only like be poised, but just kind of pick apart an older cat like that
Yeah.
on a 2 day weigh-in, right? Their conference was a 2 day weigh-in. I don't know if every conference was a 2 day weigh-in or not, but I don't know if that was mandatory this year or not,
Really?
uh, but I can definitely see um Elvis making the finals,
Is he
potentially
the
winning it, and
J.D.
then also Nick Yancey. He's another cat that
3?
my buddy last year at Life went against the Kansas cat. Thinking of his name, not Keegan. Keegan's buddy,
Brett
Brett
Minor?
Minor.
Brett Minor?
Yeah, him and Minor had, they would battle it out all the time. So, I think that kid's in contention for a national title. I think he's a national finalist, if I'm not wrong, correct? Or he's just been ranked number one prior.
I think he's been ranked pretty high. So
Hmm.
Lance was a national finalist at Carl Albert. And so this is kind of one of those ones where you're like, I get there's like all those wrestling peers. They're like, oh,
Oh, two Lance.
yeah, like, I knew he was committed to Life for a minute, then went
He was
back
there.
closer to home.
I,
I think he's a Texas boy originally. But
yes.
and I get it, right? If you're gonna win, you have to beat everybody. But there's past, right? And there's some landmines and like names that get added late, and right, you're looking at you know, a national finalist, a 4-time state champ, Division I transfer, right, in your quarter as a 1 seed. I mean, there's definitely some more, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
would say easier pass, right? Like you could almost say the 2 seeds in a better spot, um, or even the 3, right, or than the 1 seed. So, and
Hmm.
it's tough, right, when you come in with not a lot of matches at seeding, and then when these brackets get blown up. One name, that he's a Kansas boy, man. It's kind of cool. So Grayson Sontag, I think a 4-timer from Tonganoxie. So he's gonna be back in his home state, man. Won a conference title. I think he took a
There you
year
go.
off, but I mean, he he kind of dangerous, man. He might be able to mess around and make some noise. So that's my dark horse. If we can pick in the with my double digit seeds, um, and it's Solis from Dade or is he the Florida
South Dade, yeah. So
true
yeah,
freshman
true freshman. Life U gets a lot of the that Dade um bloodline, or what would you call it?
pipeline?
Pipeline. There you
You can call
go.
it whatever you want. Do you
It's
wrestle the year?
bloodline too, man, because they those
Yeah.
guys have that fight in them, that lucha in them. So
Hey, I wouldn't. I watch him, dude. He looked good, man. So
yeah.
I'm
Uh,
not hitting on that pick.
you brought up Jaden Tulance. Yeah, he was actually a former partner of mine there at Life too, like you said. So that's good to see him in the national bracket, and kind of see what kind of noise he can make. So
Man, that side is significantly just who knows, but
yeah,
that
right,
side seems pretty dang tough, man. So I think you gotta be kind of happy if you're down here on this side. And
right,
Elijah Larson, he
yeah,
is defending national champ, right? And so we haven't talked
right.
to him. He's kind of turning on the right time. I think he was up big. I think he got cement mixered or that pin earlier in the year that kind of um
Who
knocked him
was
out of
that
that
too?
one spot. It was kind of I don't call it a fluke, but it was, you know what I mean. It was a funky loss. Impact his ranking a little bit. We'd probably see him, still kind of being at that 1 seed. So,
Right,
um,
right. And yeah, no, and he had a great run last year. I think, what was he, the 5 seed last year?
man, I don't even think he was a 5 seed. I almost want to say, and I could go back and look on my phone while we're looking at the next weight, but I want to say the 2 finalists at this weight, it was the Concordia kid and it was Larson, and I want to say they might have been like 2 double-digit seeds, or
Yeah,
Larson was an eight
this
or nine.
bracket got blown up last year
I'm gonna look it
for
up
sure.
before we
But
go. Yeah,
no,
so
no,
you're
yeah, you're
good.
good. And there's another Larson up at 57, I believe, too, correct?
Yeah, there is. So I'm picking. I got Sontag, my dark horse, man. I'm just gonna pick Larson back in the finals, right? Because he's defending champ. You'll pick
Okay.
Solis. I'm just gonna pick. Man, he looked really good, man. Like it's hard to pick against him. It's hard to pick against the champ since it's my thing. I don't have to pick. All right, I'm picking both. Right,
Oh,
tie, dual co-champions. So
okay. I got Elvis winning it.
Yeah.
So Solis winning it, and I got EJ winning it, and then I got number 6 Della Torre making the finals. So
Dang.
I think I could see him pulling an upset over Larson.
Dude, and Coach Patrick does a good job. Like he gets those guys ready to go, man. They have some like,
Yeah,
you know,
they do have some late season success. I definitely have experienced it on both ends, right? So
yeah, dude. We don't gotta talk about
yeah, we don't
it.
gotta talk about it.
Good job,
Sorry, my
Coach
dog keeps
Patrick.
getting in the frame as well. I got a
Dude,
little
shout
pup
out the
here.
dog. Where's he at?
Yeah, come here,
Let me see
champ.
right there.
Shout out the dog,
Everybody loves
Champy Lampy.
Champy Lampy, dude. We need to just let him make some picks.
Yeah, he's a
Good
great
piece of
guy.
advice.
He wants to be involved now. Go lay down.
Let him be, man. Probably tired of this talk. Yeah, 57, man. This is tough. Like, so 3 former teammates of yours, guys I used to coach, man, obviously rooting for them. Um,
Oof.
thankfully they're at least spread out in the bracket. Um,
Man,
they're
dude,
not,
the amount of names I know in this, yeah, in this,
and I tell you what, dude, I don't really know like you want to say like health wise, like you need a wild card to get in. But if you're a 2 seed too, man, you're looking at Franny as like an unseeded guy day one as a 2-time All American, right? Like I don't care if he's walking in there with compromise health. Like I wouldn't bet it. I don't like betting against that dude. He's scrappy son of gun, man. So
yeah, returning All American and semifinalist had the lead all the way up into the third period at
74.
74 last year. Now he's down here at 57, and he's had success. His first AA was actually at 57,
Yep.
and had the lead over returning national finalist All American Chris Ketchum.
Yep.
So that'll be an interesting matchup there for Fabian there. Fabian's one of my boys, fellow New Mexico guy there, and
I
shout out
don't
New
know if you
Mexico.
can see it, but it was an 8 versus 11 at 149.
Dang, yeah, that bracket was blown. That Nick Yancey, I think, was like the two
He was the
seed, 3 seed.
Yancey was the one, and he lost
Oh, the
11 to
one.
5 in the quarters. And it was an
Yes.
11 and a 10 in the opposite semi. So Alex Pena and Hagen Highstand of Concordia, who's actually in this weight as the 4 seed.
Oh
So yeah,
wow.
finalist as a 4. Boomans was a JUCO All American. Caleb Adkins of this 512, he was a JUCO national finalist for Pratt. And Boomans was in
Okay. Pratt
Northwest.
does a good
They
job
might have already shoot, Hobbs was the number 1 guy for over half the year, and then he
this year. Yeah.
before he
And
lost
he dropped to
oh,
Avant Stefferson, former teammate at Life University as well. Avant's had a lot of success, there at Southern Oregon.
yeah,
That guy can scrap. It's gotten tremendously better. Just watching, on social media and like I said, Francis, former teammate, dog Fabian, my one of my closest friends there at Life. Like I said, former New Mexico cat. He's a gamer too, man. He's a guy. I think he lost in the quarters last year by one position, a takedown or something like that. And
yeah.
he's already had like a lot of wins over a lot of these guys. So that's a guy I could see making a run of the finals too. Um, Douglas Terry, I hadn't met Douglas, but just kind of heard things about him, being pretty close to the guys at Life. But he's a Cleveland State transfer Division 1 guy, and I think he has a win over couple wins over a lot of these ranked guys. I know he beat the GV guy at 57, so I was watching in um the team national championship, and
Yeah, he beat Boomans, but John
yeah,
Wiley, man, like that dude
yeah, that
kind of on a
guy's
different planet. It
yeah,
seems. I think
he's
he
also a Division 1 transfer from OU.
right. So I think he might have texted Terry. I know Terry's tough, but I'm saying that as like a compliment, right? Like,
No, yeah,
in terms of like the separation. Um,
yeah,
But like this is another way, dude. Look, that Oklahoma City, like scrolling right back up, they got the 1 seed at 49, um, and 1 seed at 57, and the 9 seed at 57. So, I was actually at that tournament. So like between Moon and Jernigan was winning, gave up a takedown with I think like 30 seconds left. But I mean, Josie's really tough, right?
right.
National guy. So that 10-7, I mean, that's a really tough little quarter down there, man. Like You got
Yeah.
Stevenson, Jernigan, Franny, Padilla, and I'm just not
Yeah.
familiar with these other guys. But shoot, that's a
Yeah.
pretty dang tough weight. And here's the other
Shout out.
part. Yeah.
Shout out Brandon Bollinger, Missouri Baptist, my former teammate as well. You know, you're in the NAI for 5 years. You have a lot of teammates, right? So, shout out Bollinger. You know, he got a wild card bid and was able to get up in the tournament. So, had a couple more guys here at this weight that didn't qualify, like Epperson, and I know my boy Irish right there from Providence. You know,
Yeah.
he's
Got Douglas.
Ottawa guy. He's had a lot of success. He's beaten some ranked guys, and unseated Douglas Terry. You know, like that's that's
Irish
a
got a
that's a first hard match right there for him. You know,
Irish
so
big, strong, funky man. He awkward, like you know what I mean? Like I'm big Irish fan, man, and like I
yeah,
expect him
hundred
to
percent,
really go make some noise at this thing, man. Like I ain't
hundred
counting him
percent.
out at all. High stand beat Miller. Miller was like number two or number three in the, I want to say number three in the country. So I mean, you had some late movement here, with the seeds. This to me right here, like that Antoine Burns, like even a couple years ago, was
Hmm.
like he was like the two seed at this tournament. So now you get returning All American, high stand number four, returning finalist as a round two matchup. You get two JUCO All Americans right here in the same little round of 16 JUCO final. I mean, that 4-5 quarter is pretty nasty, man. So
Yeah, Hobbs is up in there too. Moon from Oklahoma City, like you said, the ninth seed. Yeah, these lower weights, man, it's like for a team like you know, life always sitting at two to competing for a team race, and it's just like being able to have a dog in the fight, having the same guys on the same side of the bracket, it's always tough. So,
yeah.
it'll be interesting how it kind of pans out.
Hey, if you're live though, you probably gotta like this because you have a chance to knock like an 11 seed Larson right to the backside before the
Right.
All-Americans. And then, you have Boomin seeded where he needs to get through probably one of the strongest one seeds of the tournament, right? So,
Hmm.
and this is a way, I mean, these guys are really, really good at Grandview, but this is and for life though, I mean, this is such a deep weight, man, taking two. You don't want to say it's a gamble, man, but it's one, you're looking at bonus points. Like, how many
Right.
bonus point wins can we find when
Right.
you weight this deep? And then there's really no guarantee just because we just talked about how tough even those early matchups are, man. So this is going to be a big
Hmm.
weight in the team race to kind of keep an eye on for
No,
sure.
100%. Yeah, this will be interesting for sure.
Dark horse, man. Irish and Francis. And how about that?
I'm not voting on this way. I can't. I can't. You
Yeah.
know,
Go,
there's just like a
go
lot of
all
my
O-Town
boys in
now.
here.